Okay, so I was at the store the other day picking up groceries and stuff, and I found this little canvas and little easel. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make a little video where I'm just painting something. Hope you all like it. Now, one thing I did like about painting this one is it kind of broke me out of the monotony of my normal, you know, you can't really say it's monotony, but the monotonous way I've been usually painting with this specific size painting. This one was like, hey, you know what? Let's see how much detail I can cram into a tiny little canvas like this, and let's see what brushes work for it. So it was an enjoyable refreshment from what I usually do. Now, one thing to take into account is that if I had scaled this thing up, like the way the painting ends, if I had scaled it up to like my normal size, it wouldn't look very good. It wouldn't have as much detail as, say, some of my other paintings, but because this thing's so small, I don't really have the opportunity to cram a super ton of detail into it, but you still get the idea and the gist of what I was trying to, like the image still comes across, and it almost looks super detailed even though it isn't. And that's, I guess, well, it was a benefit of painting on a smaller canvas. You don't have to be as detailed with it. You could get a nice looking image. Now, am I going to do more of these in the future? Maybe. I have an idea that maybe I should do, maybe put like 12 of these together, or however many I want to do together. Maybe make a bunch of like fridge magnets with them. Just have them all be one big painting. But when you take them apart, obviously they're paintings of their own. I don't know. I'll have to see if I want to do that. It sounds like something fun that I can do, or maybe I can just do a big painting like that, break it all up, and just send each individual piece to like different members of my family. Haven't done that yet. I was originally going to think about doing that when I did the painting panel project, but this might be the next big thing I do that has a lot of little canvases used to make a, not even a bigger, well, in this case it would be a bigger image, but I might do that in the future. Now, this is an interesting little thing that I did. I used this darker green to do the hills and everything, and then I just basically used a little bit of whatever was left in the brush, plus pulled down a little bit from those hills to make the lighter green, and just went back over with the same paint to get those darker hills back. And then, you know, it was an interesting effect because that paint that I used it's weird. It kind of like waters down unless you put a lot of it on there, but it worked. Yeah, I probably should have put these little lighter blue, greenish blue mountains in the background before I did the dark mountains there, but because it's so small, I didn't have to worry so much about the details. So in the end, it ended up looking a little bit better with those things in the background, even after I'd already painted the main big mountains. And here I was just adding a little bit more of that like leaf summer green color to kind of contrast a little bit more of the bluish faded dark green that you kind of looked at. In the end, I'm going to fade it up with some yellow green, but this kind of makes it look a little bit more like there's like grass there or something versus just like kind of watered down greenish color. Here I'm starting to actually add the yellow green in there to get some more highlights and give you an idea of where the roadway is going to go, because in this I'm actually going to paint a roadway going up, disappearing into the mountains. So here I wanted to add a little bit more in the foreground. So maybe imagine you're just standing here on like a hill overlooking wherever this is. So just use some more of that darker green in there to paint in. It's a little slope. I'm going to add rocks later to kind of give it a little bit more. Well, that's what I'm doing now. Give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more character, and then some grass below them. And I have to say here that the majority of this painting was done with a liner brush. Not my usual ones that are much thinner. It's a little bit thicker of a liner brush, but the majority of it was done with that, other than the blue sky. And I'd like to say here, I apologize for the brightness of this painting. I mean, I'm using my normal little smaller canvas studio, and the lights are to the sides and the back, so they don't really shine down directly into the canvas, so it doesn't really look as bright as it actually does in reality. So I'll have to adjust in the future if I'm ever going to do something like this again. But in the end, you'll see, I'll actually lay it down flat, and you can see the whole thing. And here I imagine there was like a bunch of like wildflowers or something, just kind of strewn about everywhere in this landscape. So we're just taking that same brush and just kind of dab. Actually, no, this is my smaller brush, one of the main ones I use. Just kind of barely touching it to the canvas to touch just a little bit of that white and eventually pink paint on there. And here, just adding a couple little birds. I think Bob Ross used to call them, well, I guess you could say happy little trees. In this case, happy little birds. It's just a little bit of black paint, and just basically doing little W's with it. Not much. Okay, here it is. Actually, how it looks like in full lighting. It doesn't look too bad. Obviously, no real details, but like I already explained before, you can't really put that many in here, but a little bit goes a long way with something this small. Anyway, I appreciate you all for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share all that. It helps me out, helps keep the wife happy. She doesn't really know what to do with this tiny little painting, and neither do I, but whatever. It's a fun little thing. Anyway, I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.